Welcome to the last episode of January. It's been a fucking long year already. Reddit on Wiki starts now.
Get therapy.
I'm not ready.
Get therapy.
What's up, Wikimaniacs? It's your boy Josh here for another Am I the Asshole Friday. I'm joined by my two co-hosts, John and Sean. What's up, boys?
3 seconds in, you already got to do work and bleep something out, Josh.
Whoa.
With the year it's been already, it was required. Okay.
I like it. I support it.
When I was editing this whole episode, I was like, oh, this is a February episode. And then I looked at the calendar and I was like, damn it.
And then you'll appreciate my intro after this then.
Oh, God.
Can't wait. But what's going on, boys? How was the snow? How's life?
Snow is cool. It was nice to have a historical weather day and it not bring terrible damage.
True.
Pretty good. I will say this. I'm just going full reverse here. And I can't say it because or I have to say it because John can't. Go Chiefs. I'm trying to reverse jinx this bitch. I've been saying for the past month, f*** the Chiefs, and that's brought nothing but wins for Kansas City. So here we go. We're going to reverse it. I can't wait for the Chiefs to demolish Philadelphia at the Super Bowl. They are going to crush it. Love Mahomes. He's God's gift to earth. And nothing will make me happier than seeing the Kansas City Chiefs do it. Three-peat. First time in NFL history.
Let's go, refs.
That's all I want.
That's crazy. I can see the pain behind your eyes when you say that.
That hurt me.
There was a little bit of tear that I've seen, you know?
It wasn't good, but maybe the reverse jinx will do it.
Okay. So Sean's going through his own type of hell right now. John, you're injured. What's going on there?
Yeah, notice that.
It's preemptive. You know, I've been going way too hard.
Jesus Christ.
Way
The
too hard.
self-care is
The self-care is been
It's too much self-care.
self-care. No, it's not from that.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I thought that would be crazy.
Wait, you've been boxing all day, every day, right?
That's true.
That's what the
That's
self-care
another
is?
reason why.
Just
Yeah.
a lot of repetitive.
Self-care and self-pleasure is a different content.
I was not talking about the self-pleasure at all. I was
I
talking
would
about your
charge.
side content. I was
I
trying
would
to promote
charge
that.
for that side content, baby.
Yeah,
And
I
you think this
wasn't-
will stop me? Bitch, I got a left hand. What you talking about?
Oh, fuck.
Good God.
Not for free.
Yeah, for audio listeners, John has a cast on his right hand. Although, if you're on Spotify now, you can see our video.
Mhm.
Whoa.
Yeah, we got video. We're working on getting
Jump
onto
scare.
to Spotify. Yeah, jump scare. So if you're on Spotify, check that out. Super cool. Other announcements: we got merch coming tomorrow.
Whoa.
I think, right, Sean?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
We
The
got
doubt in y'all's voice. Well, John hasn't said anything. The doubt in your voice, Josh.
I believe in you, brother.
Thank you.
I believe in you. I was just making sure. I didn't want to promise anything and then be bamboozled.
Plus minus how many days, you know what I'm saying?
0.
0. Okay.
Okay,
I
turning
look
a new
forward
leaf,
to
I
it.
see.
That's the beauty of a gaycation shirt or hat, merch, whatever kind you want.
John has another announcement on top of that.
Yes.
What the
Okay.
hell's my other announcement?
He's already forgot it, but I will tell
Sick,
you anyway.
Sick. Josh got it? No.
Yeah.
came to him.
I had that. We did decide that, it will go to a good cause. So 50% of all sales will go towards the Trevor Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
You're a great idea, brother. I was trying to lob one for you.
Yeah, we thought it'd be a little weird for 3 straight guys to take full profits of a gaycation shirt. So we figured 50% towards Trevor Project goes towards a good cause. So you can buy the merch knowing it's going somewhere good, as well as Sean's pocket.
I mean, well, all
Some
of
say
our
that's
pockets.
good too, you know?
Let's not make me seem like the bad guy here.
All right, boys. Well, let's kick off this all goat
Whoa.
episode.
Jesus Christ. Are we
Whoa.
matching today? Because I'm doing
Oh, you doing all goat too?
Wow.
Hell yeah.
the fuck?
Me and John are on a wavelength
I
today.
mean,
Pretty good.
Tuesday's gotta, we think alike.
All right,
sometimes,
fucking story 1. Let's go.
Is my arm also broken?
I
Break
hope
the
so.
left one so then we can collab.
Oh, okay. But yes, I chose all stories cross-posted on our subreddit. So thank you to the goats today for this episode, including the Patreon, where we have an extra long Am I the Asshole story, also cross-posted by a goat.
Barefoot Conrosa is going to hate this episode. Yeah. I'd like to preemptively apologize to you specifically.
Yeah. Apologies if you don't like the goat sound. Today will not be your day.
Yeah, trigger warning. You're going to hear it a lot. Probably Monday's episode too, it sounds like.
And to be honest, I apologize for absolutely fucking nothing.
The goats deserve it. So this first one cross-posted by Writing Giraffe. And the title for this one is, my wife wants me to cut contact with my girl best friend after the birthday gift she gave me. Am I wrong for telling my wife no?
What birthday gift she gave you? Birthday sex or what? Then in that case, that'd be normal, I think.
I thought you meant birthday
normal
sex
to cut
was
them off.
normal. Oh, okay. Cutting them off was normal. Gotcha. I was confused for a second. I was like, yo.
Sounds like, did we pivot our content? I don't understand.
I was like,
wait a minute.
White ring wink grifter immediately. We skipped the whole holistic health phase and went straight to the
red pill.
Right wing. That's hard for me to even say, right?
It is hard, yeah.
I'll say this, maybe I'll go optimist view. This was maybe a sentimental gift.
Okay.
But also, it could get into, How I Met Your Mother territory where Ted fucking gets a locket or some shit as Robin's wedding gift to Barney. Ulterior motive. So yeah, I'll be like John. I can't be an optimist for too long. I think you should probably cut off.
It's a sentimental plaster of their butthole.
Whoa.
We're starting off hot this episode. Yeah.
All right. So my wife and I have been married for 5 years and together for 10. Growing up, I was really close friends with my best friend Emma, as she was also my next door neighbor. We did a lot of things together and we were pretty much like adopted siblings. We maintained our friendship throughout adulthood, and Emma was even the best woman at my wedding. My wife and Emma are also friends. They're not super close, but they get along well. A few months ago, my mom showed me a picture from childhood that she took of me and Emma. Emma and I were kids in the pic. That was honestly the cutest pic I have ever seen, because in the pic, I was showing Emma the stars in the night sky and pointing towards it. And Emma was just laying on the ground and smiling and looking at me. I showed both my wife and Emma the pic, and they both agreed it was cute. My birthday was yesterday, and we had a small party where we invited some friends from our friend group. When I unwrapped Emma's gift, it was a framed picture of that childhood photo of me and her. Emma told me she made a frame pic for herself too and hung it on her wall. Everyone thought it was a really cool gift. However, when I spoke to my wife later that night, she told me to cut contact with Emma because she thought it was a really inappropriate gift. I was shocked and asked my wife why, because it was the pic of 2 kids playing on the grass. 2 kids who are like siblings. I told my wife I wasn't going to cut contact with Emma and that maybe she was drunk and needed to cool off. I spoke to my wife this morning and she said she did overreact last night, but she still thinks it's an inappropriate gift with romantic connotations, especially given that Emma had hung up the same portrait on her wall. I told my wife there's nothing inappropriate about this gift. It just signifies the close friendship and sibling-like bond of 2 people. So that is the story, but there are some relevant details in the comments, so I'll get to them first.
Okay.
A commenter asked, how close are you on an emotional level, and is there emotional space for you and your wife? OP responded, Emma and I have always been really close. Most of our core memories from childhood and teenage years are with each other. But of course, there's space for my wife on an emotional level. My wife is my romantic partner. It's totally a different type of relationship from Emma. Emma and I have a sibling-like relationship. And then a commenter followed up with, have you ever hooked up with her or kissed her or anything? OP said, no, of course not. We never had romantic feelings for each other. We were physically close in the sense that we used to cuddle, give back rubs, fall asleep together, etc. But that was before I met my wife. So am I the asshole?
No.
Nah.
Your wife seems very insecure about your relationship, which is kind of weird to me because you've explained it time and time again. And it seems like your mom also knows that you guys have had a platonic / sibling relationship ever since you guys were little. What I would do, and I would just keep, if I was OP in my shoe, in their shoes, I would keep reassuring my partner and be like, hey, I don't know how many times I have to tell you 1,000 times. Like, we only have a platonic relationship. We only have a sibling like relationship. You might have to do the groundwork of keep reassuring your partner with that. But if they don't budge and if they really insist that, hey, there's just something icky about this, I would suggest some sort of a counseling session. Just be like, hey, get help from a professional, a therapist or something, and kind of see like why your wife is feeling some type of way about it. But right now, you're not an asshole. I think you're just preserving a lifelong friendship and a lifelong bond with someone you treat as your sister.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too. Like, if one of my guys gave me a childhood photo of us and framed it, I'd be like, that's sick. I mean, I don't personally hang like photos on the wall, so I don't know if I'd do all that, but I'd be like, that's a cool gift. I wouldn't be like, I think he's trying to fuck me. So I think maybe like what John said, you just need to keep, reiterating to your wife, like the kind of relationship y'all have. Like, you chose your wife. Emily was your best. What is it? Is it still best
They're
man?
like best friends and even best, technically kind of like their version of best men in the
Yeah,
way.
it was their best man. She was their best man at the wedding. So it's kind of just like, I guess just constantly remind her, but also if she's uncomfortable with it, I mean, that's up to you between if you want to. I would say like what John said, probably therapy is probably the best. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like, and she already agreed that she overreacted. So I think that's kind of a non-starter.
I don't see the inappropriateness in the gift.
Okay, so
oh yeah, she did say it was still inappropriate. Yeah, I don't think so.
So I was on your side until that last comment where he said we used to cuddle, give back rubs, fall asleep together. That gives me a flag that there might be either he's leaving things out of the rest of the post and not truly explaining the relationship, because otherwise, to me, it seems like, yeah, the wife is overreacting, but it appears there could be reasons as to why, and maybe he needs to potentially reevaluate the friendship and just see if it could be perceived
if
as
he has some sort of
inappropriate.
feelings.
Yeah, or if she does potentially.
Okay.
Because that's where most of the comments were at. They were like, they said yes after reading the cuddling and back rubs part. To being an asshole, but with the stipulation that he should reevaluate his friendship, not necessarily in cutting it off, but just take an honest look at it and see, could this be perceived any other way? Does she have feelings for me? You know what I mean? Like, and then have an honest discussion with your wife.
It'd be weird if you like still gave her back rubs.
Yeah, and that's the thing that kind of
teenagers giving each other back rubs is, and it sounds like they,
maybe.
Yeah, ever since before, like
up.
they've seen like they've been, the couple has been married for a long time, and OP did say that everything happened prior to me meeting, my current wife. So I think, I don't know. To me, that's just I
guess if they fully dated or if they hooked up one night, it'd be completely different. But I don't know. It seems pretty innocent.
Yeah, listen, I have a sibling. I've never given them back rubs or cuddled with them. So that's where I'm like, that maybe there is something he's leaving out. And I'm not saying 100%. I don't know either way. I'm just saying,
like, cuddle your boys.
No,
John,
I don't. Unfortunately,
I would.
I'm neither here nor there with it.
I would down a paddle with you guys all day, every day. I don't give a fuck, bro.
I'm not saying there's anything necessarily wrong with it. I'm just saying take an honest look at it and really evaluate whether this could be something maybe he's just oblivious to. You know what I mean? Like, there is that possibility. But there is also the possibility that the wife is potentially overreacting to a gift between friends who are basically siblings. You know what I mean? So I leave room open for either one.
For sure. I think that would all get cleared up if they do what John said, which is pretty much just get therapy or just get like a third party that could, I don't know.
I agree with therapy. I even agree with just sitting down and having an honest discussion with your wife about where
that should be the first.
Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
About where she feels like this has crossed the line. And then you can reevaluate from there. And then if she does bring up valid reasons, then I don't know. I think that's up to you to reevaluate your friendship with her.
It's up to you at that point. If she gives valid reasons, then that's your wife, brother.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. I kind of sat on the fence on that one, but I can't tell 100%. I need more info. I'll go with that.
I'm gonna still go
Cop
with
out,
full
huh?
no.
Yeah, I'm
enough.
staying with full no.
Fair
I
enough.
mean, surface level information we've got.
That's fair. Yeah.
Also, I don't know if it's I've definitely given my boys back rubs before. Not in a
That's
romantic way,
maybe fair.
but like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, dude, can you get this knot out? And I guess we're all dancers. I imagine athletes are the same thing. I don't know. I wasn't like, yeah, let me oil you up, brother. I was just elbow to the back. I don't know.
That shit sounds good right now, to be honest.
Did I ever cuddle them? I will say, even though I joked about it, never cuddled the boys. But boys, if you're listening, it's not enough.
Again, I'm telling you, that without a paddle scene, maybe.
Fair enough. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments on that one. I'd be interesting to hear it.
Yeah.
With that, we'll move on to the next one, cross-posted by Solid Ashford, who I believe is a goat
Gotta
at
be
this
at
point.
this point.
And this one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Breaking Things Off with a Single Mom After Seeing a Picture and Learning About Her Kids?
I mean, like it goes with divorce. You could break up or divorce for whatever reason you want. And I think that's okay. So I'm going to say not the asshole.
I'm the same way. It's probably that kid that, that one movie. I forgot what it was, but it was a meme that says I'm 12 and it looks like a grown ass dude. I bet you that kid looks
I
like
will say,
that.
though, just off of a picture is hard. It really makes me want to think you're an asshole. I'm not going to
Unless
lie.
your kid is Kyle Rittenhouse, and then I'll leave you.
That's
for
true.
Because you raised a dumbass.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you met the kid and then you were like, whoa, then I could imagine being like, yeah, it's not going to work out. But just a picture of the kid, unless the picture is him doing just
The most
the
heinous
worst shit possible,
Snorting lines.
I
and
feel
shit.
like that's kind of hard to justify. But again, you break up for whatever reason.
Fair enough.
I feel like if you were dating somebody that was like, I am 12 and they're actually 18, I feel like that's even more reason. Like, this kid's going to be out of here pretty soon. It's just going to be me and you.
True. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's college and stuff if they go to that.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
So you got a few more
Some
years.
parents do care about all that, huh?
As they should, I think.
Again, we're not parents.
No. Clearly. All right, let's hop into it and see if you guys are right. So I, 24 male, met Jasmine, 25 female, through a coworker of mine at a hospital I work at. The coworker tried to set us up after learning we were both single. We kind of hit it off and went on a couple of dates, and I started to like her. She was pretty, chill, and funny, and while I knew she was a single mom to 2 boys, it wasn't necessarily a deal breaker for me. So, not opposed to the kids.
Okay.
Around a month into casual dating, she showed me a picture of herself and her kids at Christmas. They were cute kids, but obviously mixed race.
We were wrong. We were way
Motherfuckers
wrong.
racist, bro.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Absolutely what the fuck? Is this what the next 4 years is going to be more like this shit? This is crazy.
I don't like it when my women mix their gene pools with
What?
anybody else but whites.
Holy.
Fuck.
Holy shit.
We're both white and the kids have a dark complexion. I asked more about the kids' dad, and she said that they weren't really involved and she has to fight to get them involved and get support from them. That's how I learned she had 2 baby daddies. We continued our date at the brewery downtown, and I paid for our meal and drove her home. She asked when we would meet up again, and I gave a kind of non-committal answer about being busy next week and letting her know.
Holy shit.
After being
Man, I don't know if it's been a while since we just had a full-on racist OP, I think.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Taking the benefit of the doubt was wrong on this one. I think my instincts were right on being like broken up over a photo. Because that's wild. That's fucking crazy.
Holy. After being at home and stewing for a little while, I came to the decision that I don't want to be involved with her, even as cool as she is. I'd very obviously not be the kid's father. I'd worry about future baby daddy issues, and I just felt uneasy as I got more invested about actually potentially becoming a stepdad. Maybe it's my own insecurities, but I just couldn't. I called Jasmine the next day and let her know that I'm no longer interested in dating, and we could be friends if she wanted that, but she asked why, and I said that I'm just not feeling the chemistry. We spoke for a little while after that, but she just gave me a curt goodbye at the end. Later at work, my coworker came up to me and asked what happened. She heard from Jasmine that I was treating her so gentlemanly and that kind of thing, and things were going so well until I abruptly ended it, and Jasmine was a little torn up about it. I once again just said I was treating her nicely. There just wasn't a feeling of chemistry, which was a fib, since there was chemistry. I just had apprehension about becoming closer to her. Should I have been honest and said why I didn't want things to continue or vocalize my insecurities before breaking things off? I hate that I might have hurt Jasmine's feelings. She was a sweet girl. So am I the asshole?
You fucking racist.
I'm kind of hoping that you do explain the reason, so that way everyone in that hospital or anyone else you're trying to date can find out that you're racist as fuck, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you don't want to get involved with someone who has like kids and you don't want to be like a stepfather or someone, that's fine. I think that's a perfectly.
But he was cool with it as long as
he was cool with it.
looks
Yeah,
like
he said
could-
it himself. He's like, hey, that's not a problem. But the moment he finds out that them kids are mixed race, and he was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a backseat over here. This ain't it for me, bro.
I'm gonna take a step back.
Yeah, you show your true colors and the fact that you don't like people with colors. So I'm gonna say you're racist as fuck and you're an asshole.
He's
buddy.
shown his true lack of colors.
Exactly.
lack of melanin.
Mhm.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. Just kind of speechless for this one. That is crazy. To see a photo of mixed children and be like, whoa, I clearly couldn't be. No one, who cares if you could be there? Would you be, if they were white, would you be like, yeah.
If
I'm
they're
their
white, they're all
biological
right with me.
father.
That seems to be what he cares about. He's like, because
Mhm.
he's like, I'd obviously not be the kid's father. So he wants some imaginary fantasy where he can convince himself that he is the kid's father or something
Yeah,
like
because
that.
he was fine with baby daddy issues until
They
he
found
wasn't.
out they're men.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it's, I don't know. Yeah, you're a bad person. Are you the asshole? Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Racist
indeed.
asshole.
Because even if you weren't racist, I would still be like, it's weird that they have to look like you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's weird that you would only
They
love
didn't
this
come
child.
from you, buddy.
Yeah, you know what I don't. Yeah, I guess that's racism either way. There's no. I
Yeah.
mean, I just. Boy, it's 2025. This is the kind of people we're having to. You're on Reddit. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't know.
Insane.
That's tough. That really fucking sucks ass that you exist. I really don't like you, man.
Yeah, it feels like every year that progresses, it feels like it's harder and harder to be like, come on, it's 2020, whatever, because it's
Yeah,
going downhill. It feels
Because we're going
like-
backwards. We're going backwards now.
Yeah.
Me and Juliet were talking about this over dinner about like, a potential of the rise of racism happening.
mm,
And we're like, you know what? If you're gonna be racist, bro, be full on racist. Like don't
they're
enjoy
doing
other
that.
people. Yeah, don't enjoy
that's
other
what's
people's
happening.
cultures. Don't be fucking, just stick to whatever you're fucking racist to, bro. Like at least we can stay away from you for good. But you're still a lot of people still appropriating other cultures, which is fucking wild to me. And
Yeah.
they can still be racist. Gotta be kidding me, man.
Yeah, it's
I
insane.
mean, all the fucking influencers that will promote other cultures and recipes from other lands or whatever, and then still vote Trump. What's going on?
It's like, come on, can't you see the hypocrisy?
They don't know how to spell that, buddy.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, I don't know how to spell that, but still.
H. That's
There-
it.
there- there's
There's
a Y there somewhere, right?
it's either Y or I, and I cannot figure it. So Reddit deemed asshole. I put racist asshole just because I felt that was more accurate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Run, jump, sleep said, so you state in your first paragraph you knew she had 2 kids and it wasn't a deal breaker for you. Then you see a picture of the kids who aren't white and suddenly you don't want to date her because she has kids. Seems to me your problem with the situation is the color of her kids. You have a right not to date anyone you don't want to, but don't pretend the reason is because she has kids and not because of the color of the kids. If the ethnicity of the kids was not an issue, why did you focus so much on it in the post? Yeah. And I think that's because he was, as John said, showing his true colors in the post there. So
How you not read this shit before you posted it and didn't, click in your little tiny head that you might be a racist person? Insane, dude.
yeah. All right, moving on to the next one. Cross posted once again by Solid Ashford.
Ooh.
And this one is titled, speaking of kids, am I the asshole for admitting I regret having children?
Oh,
I hope you don't say it to your kids because that sucks.
ooh.
We
That
did.
is-
We did have someone that did that once.
Yeah.
Forget who.
Yeah, we did.
forget
I
the
think we.
full story,
oh, no.
but-
It was with EK.
Oh, is that what it was? Yeah, you might be
Yeah.
right. Yep.
That's tough. But I feel, again, not parents. I feel like at least at 1 second of being a parent, at some point in your time of being a parent, every parent has been like, wouldn't life be easier?
But you say that shit internally.
Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You say that shit internally.
Or to your partner, maybe. Something like
mhm.
that. Like, not to the kids.
Definitely not to the kids. Never
Yeah.
to the kids. But I could see some parent venting to another parent like, oh, man, remember back when we could do whatever?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
I could see that being not making you a complete asshole for being like, for 1 second of one. But if you were just like, every day I wake up, I wish I didn't have this burden, that would be crazy.
It's like, good morning, Dad. What's up, regret?
That's crazy.
Just name them.
Want some juice, you little bitch? You ruined my life, fucker.
Name them after things you could have afforded. What's up, Lambo? What's up, PS5? All right. So my wife and I, both 42, and in marriage counseling after our marriage basically went to shit after having kids, in brackets, a 6-year-old and 4-year-old twins. A lot of issues and disagreements have come up in our marriage that have driven us apart, and I've been working through my resentment that going back for more than one baby resulted in twins, including one which we're pretty sure has ADHD and ODD and is a nightmare child. He explains later what ODD is, so we'll get back into that. But
Okay, I was about to.
our counselor asked me if I would have children if I had to do it all over again, and I said, honestly, no. I love my kids and would take a bullet for them, but if I had the chance to go back to 24 when I finished grad school and could do my life over again, I wouldn't choose fatherhood. It is not the fulfilling experience everyone claims, and while I love my children, the sacrifices are not worth it to me. I had a much happier life before having children and have gone from someone who loved life to someone who just makes it through the day, working a job he hates to provide for the wife and kids while silently wishing this wasn't my life. My wife is furious and taking it the wrong way, and even told our 6-year-old, Daddy wishes you were never born.
Bro,
Oh, okay.
what?
Yeah.
No.
Starting to feel like everyone sucks.
This makes me livid because you don't tell the kid that. Yes, I wish I never had kids, but I do love them. I would never hurt them or want to upset them. And I didn't think to say it to/in front of my kids, and I never ever will. I said it in marriage counseling, which was should be a safe place to talk about feelings.
Mm-hmm.
It has become a huge fight. Our marriage is not going to be saved now, and I know she will try to use this against me in the divorce court to try and get sole custody and take everything and lie to the kids who I do love and still want to be a dad to them. She's incapable of understanding that you can love your kids, but also feel that parenthood wasn't the best choice for you. So am I the asshole for saying it?
I'm kind of with Sean that everyone kind of sucks in this scenario. Okay, so I do agree to say what he said that because they were in therapy and couples counseling, I feel like he said that in a safe space. And I think he's perfectly valid for feeling the way he feels. The only reason why I might be calling him an asshole is that he didn't put his foot down when he said that, like, hey, we want to try for like a second set of kid. If like the first kid, he was feeling some type of way already, like, hey, this is difficult, which I'm pretty sure it is. He should have been like, hey, that's it. I'm done. Like, I don't want another kid. But instead, they both tried to have another one. And it just happened to be twins. And unfortunately, one of the kids is, have like, is it ADD and ADHD and ODD?
I can, there is an edit here that'll give a bit more context. Sorry,
Sure.
Sean. We'll get into that and then you can give your final take. So he says, edit, when I say I resent having twins, I'm not saying it's my wife's fault, but 3 children is more than we budgeted/bargained for. And I need to pick up a lot of overtime that I would not have had to do if we just had 2 kids. And that is what I resent. That and the child with ODD and ADHD. My life is basically working and dealing with my kids. And do you know what ODD is? This child refuses to do what is asked, gets angry and throws tantrum when he asks to do something he doesn't want to do, hits and kicks others, deliberately annoys and hurts others, is extremely spiteful, screams and kicks me constantly, always, every day, all day. It's exhausting and it is hell. It is very difficult to manage, and he has been kicked out of 3 daycare places because they could not handle him, and my parents even refuse to babysit him. We never get a break from home, and no one can handle him. Just because I wouldn't do this over again doesn't mean I'm not committed to being a good dad and being present in their lives. I just would not do it over again if I could redo my adult life. And then just to clarify, my first kid was not born at 24. I just said that because if I could do my whole post-university life differently, I would change some other things too, mainly my career. And to be honest, after all of this, I regret marrying my wife, which is why I said it that way. So that is the clarification.
Yeah, but I'm still the same. Like, I feel like whatever he said was perfectly valid in like the setting that they were in. For the wife to bring that up to the kid and say it to the kid, that's
crazy.
fucked up.
Yeah.
That is fucked up. To me, she's the villain in this story.
Yeah.
For doing that.
Absolutely.
I think that's the worst thing that's happened for
Mhm.
sure. Yeah, I don't know. Again, this is like hindsight 2020, and you're in marriage counseling to fix the marriage. But I also would have just been, even though that's supposed to be a super safe place, I don't know if I would have said that to someone that, you know, on the verge of divorce with already. You know what I mean? Not to
Right. I mean, I
to
think
victim blame you. I mean,
it's
I guess
tough
the
to say
point
that though, because you're like,
because the point is to be
That's
open
supposed to
and
be
honest.
that's supposed
Yeah.
to be a space where you can't say those things.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. It's just, yeah, that's tough. You're right. But yeah, she's definitely the worst person in this story.
by far.
By far, for
By
sure.
far. And honestly, I don't know if he's done anything wrong at all. I said earlier that everyone's the asshole, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like John said, you know, he could have, you know, spoke out and said that, you know, one is enough. But I mean,
But also in
he-
a contingent
he got
that they didn't think they were gonna have twins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think he was fully aware for two. So that's the only, like, it's very, very slight the way I said like he sucks a little bit.
Yeah, they budgeted for 2.
Mhm.
But I mean, there's always like I have a family friend that I don't know. It's more my sister's friend, but him and his wife were like, "All right, let's get our third kid, and then we're good."
We're out.
at triplets.
Oh, holy
Yeah,
shit.
so they have
That
5.
like
now.
doubles your family right there.
Yeah, so that's crazy. So like, I guess anything can happen. No, like the odds are probably not.
never
but
know.
also,
Yeah.
you just gotta, if you're trying to be a parent and like talking seriously about that kind of thing, like that happens. So it's hard to, you know, blame one thing or another on that. But yeah, I think mostly you're in the clear. Just better preparation on both of y'all's parts. Maybe communication on the fact that she needs to maybe get another job and also do overtime, because it sounds like you're doing the brunt of the budgeting. Sounds, and you're the OP, so
Well,
of course it's going to.
That sounds impossible with the kid's
Yeah,
condition though.
I
Because
was
they
gonna
have
add
no
that.
one to
They've been
take care
kicked
of.
out of all the
Yeah.
daycares.
Yeah. So
That's
it sounds like
true.
she's probably taking care of the kids
Yeah.
full time.
Yeah,
So
that's tough.
it is tough.
I mean,
so,
and I feel like a divorce. Yeah, I mean, y'all have. I mean, I would get a divorce after what she did. That's fucking
yeah.
despicable. Yeah, that's just. It's gonna be such a hard time on that kid in particular.
Yeah.
That's gonna be tough. That sucks. Just a terrible situation.
Yeah, I am fully on the not the asshole side. I think it is healthy and good to express honest
Mhm.
feelings in therapy. And I think he actually sounds like a good father. He just does truly regret having the extra kid, as well as the one kid being a lot more
I
difficult.
just wish he said, instead of saying, "I wish I didn't have the extra kid," just say, "I wish I had prepared better." For all, it's because it just sounds terrible when he
Yeah.
said, when you say it
I mean,
that
it's
way.
hard. It's hard to say that because you never know if you're gonna have twins though. So
Yeah, you never know if you're gonna have twins, but I mean, it's just now that he goes hindsight 2020. I just wouldn't be a father. I would have prepared better. You know what I mean? That just feels
I mean,
bad.
that's
But
fair.
that's probably a true feeling, unfortunately, for a lot of parents. They
Yeah.
love their kids. They'll do anything for their kids, but they also wonder what life would be without kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, the grind of being a parent, it probably wears on you, especially
It's a
Mhm.
tough job.
especially having more than one kid than you expected,
anticipated. Yeah.
having to work harder for that, having that kid be as difficult as they are, you can't get them into daycare,
Yeah.
have your parents take care of them, that kind of stuff. It does make it difficult. So I think his honest feelings are valid to have. And I think
Mhm.
him trying to express that to his wife was valid.
Yeah.
I think she was insane for fucking taking
absolutely
that
crazy.
information and going right to the kid. That is crazy.
I fucking leave her for that reason alone.
Yeah.
Be like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, marriage is done by that point.
Yep.
Sure.
But yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of wording where I'm like, I don't want to let you get scot-free off this because like some of these feel bad, you know what I mean? But again, they're valid.
Yeah, and this is like coming from all three of us. Once again, not parents.
No
so
kids.
I've never been in the position where I have been a parent and thought, oh, this is a tough day. You know, I'm having a bad day. It'd be real great if I wasn't being relied upon now as a father. You know what I mean? And so
I could say like, I don't find this fulfilling at all. That's kind of like, that's a hard read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to say you're completely like,
And
I mean, but again, that's your feelings. I've never had kids,
yeah.
but I would take it hard if my partner was just like, I don't find it fulfilling at all. I'd be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true, but I don't know. I'm caught between that's supposed to be a safe place where you can say what you want and express how you feel to your partner. And then I don't know, in an ideal relationship, you would talk to your partner about how do we make this better?
Yeah.
And maybe
She's
there's
like,
not a
nope,
way.
I'm gonna tell our kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna make
hey,
it worse.
so
your dad
bad.
don't like you, little one.
Yeah.
That's so bad.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole. Needleworker Choice 89 said about a quarter of parents say they regret having children when asked anonymously. When asked non-anonymously, it's still around 10 to 14%. Raising kids is sold as such a hugely important and gratifying thing. It's not. They say it makes everything worse, which I don't think that's true.
Damn, what the fuck? Again, not a parent, but
yeah.
I mean,
I think it is valid to regret as long as you stay a good parent. You know what I mean? And then they go on to say, wife is an asshole for saying that to her kid. The husband reaffirmed that he loves his kids and will protect and support them, but was asked if he'd do it again. Honesty is not a bad thing here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
True.
So I agree with everything except for kids make literally everything worse. That's a crazy statement, but
yeah.
to that
I think
person,
the shareholders are happy that there are more kids because that's more to the workforce for their pocket.
that's true. That's true.
It's more listeners for us, John. Let's cool it. It's more people to buy whatever our sponsor is this month.
Whoa.
Mm.
And I won't say who they are because no free shit.
Or buy merch.
Or buy merch.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Parents, let us know what you think in that in the
That's your
comments.
butthole, Cara. Disgusting.
Oh my goodness.
Not for free.
I'm
Not
gonna
for
censor
free.
Let's move on to the next one. Cross posted by the goat of goats, Barry Gitz, 2011. And the title for this one is, it's a kid themed episode, I guess.
Mm.
Am I the asshole for not allowing my son to play during his day off from school?
I'm gonna say not the asshole. I'm gonna say if he got shit to do at the house, then you got shit to do. Say you've been slacking on your chores or you don't have your homework done. Bitch, you're gonna do that shit. What do you mean go out and play?
John's taking a while to think.
I don't know, because I didn't get to play a lot as a kid.
And you regret it?
Oh, I'll be getting on my mom's ass about that shit. I'm like, Mom, remember you made me fucking read? Now I hate reading, mother. It's like, let me play outside. That's why I was so fucking fat as a child, because I couldn't go and run anywhere.
Not letting people play outside, I think is
Yeah,
kids
Mom.
play outside.
I know you listen to this shit, Mom. I love you.
On Tito's side. John's a good guy. You did well.
I'm all right. I'm an asshole sometimes. Let's go with yes. Kids need, enrichment.
Okay.
And wouldn't you want your kids to play? Because now they're all on their phones. All they do is stare at screens, be iPad babies. Let them play.
Fair enough.
If you have a goddamn C in school, you're going to ask me to play. You better fucking get that shit corrected.
Last time I checked, son, we're Asian. Are we Asian, little bitch? Hell no.
C stands for can't play, stupid.
All right. So my son Caleb is 8 years old and in the 3rd grade. He had the day off from school today due to it being MLK Day. I have a policy that if he has the day off from school due to it being a holiday, he cannot play until the time when he would normally get home from school.
That's crazy. Never mind. That's for no reason. Just because that's a rule you have. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild.
This fool sounds like a fucking supervisor at Walmart or some shit. Be like, you cannot clock out or you cannot play until you clock out, right?
Fuck you. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially if there's no other issues. His room is clean. His grades are good. He's just got to sit there for 8 hours.
You think about
What?
MLK today.
You raw
What
dogging
is
live.
going
Think about
on?
MLK, buddy.
That might be good for a little bit anyway.
Oh,
No TV, no video games, and no playing outside. Instead, I give him the option of studying about the holiday, in this case MLK Day, or help me around the house. I don't force him to do any of these things, but if he doesn't want to, he can just sit and do nothing, which I
That's
think is way worse than iPad.
Wild. That's
What?
wild. This is crazy.
this is like
Again,
the people
I'm not
that
gonna
raw
tell you how
dog
to parent.
flights nowadays, man. What's wrong with y'all, you weirdos?
Raw dogging a flight from Ottawa to Australia.
That's crazy, dude.
Raw dogging any flight, even if it's 30 minutes.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
is wild.
So he isn't allowed to play until the time he normally would get back from school.
I wonder what the reasoning is. There's no, you don't list a reasoning, and I'm just, for something so ridiculous, you got to at least state why you do it to have anyone on your side.
Also, if I need to run errands, unless my husband Jack can watch him, Caleb has to come with me. I do this because I want him to understand that not all people get the day off on holidays that kids have off from school. I have pointed out that a lot of businesses are open on holidays, as are emergency services.
So all summer break, are you fucking,
You sit there.
you sit there and you think about why we have summer. What is going on?
And I explained to him that when he's old enough to get a job, depending on where he works, he might be expected to come into work on these days. I also do this because depending on what he wants to do, I might not be up for taking him various places or doing the things he feels like doing.
Okay, again, not a parent. Would never tell somebody how to parent. You suck ass. You're terrible. You're not good at this.
Mom, I want to go to the playground. I don't
No.
really feel like it. I'm a homemaker and Jack works from home. His job allows him to set his own schedule, but he usually works on holidays and at least part of the weekend. I usually spend the day cleaning, grocery shopping, and when I'm finished, I usually relax until it's time to pick Caleb up from school, which is around 2:40 p.m. Today, Caleb complained about not being allowed to play, but didn't want to study or help around the house, so he chose to sit and do nothing. He continued to complain, yet when I reminded him that he could still study or help around the house, he still chose to do nothing. After I finished cleaning up, which was around 11 a.m., I had to go to the grocery store and I took him with me. After we got back, I watched an episode of General Hospital I had recorded, but hadn't watched it yet, and spent the rest of the afternoon reading.
So you can watch TV
And read whatever she wants.
and read. This mom sucks. I hate to
Yeah.
say it, y'all. I
I don't
really
hate to
don't
say
like
it.
judging parents. I mean, that's a lie. We do that every week.
That's
but I
literally our
mean,
job.
yeah.
I don't
It's-
even know it. I don't even know what the fuck's happening in the story. I'm just watching Car the whole time.
Yeah, she's
Yeah,
playing
that's
in the
fine.
back.
I'm low-key
Oh, yeah.
doing the same thing. Oh, good scratches.
Oh,
Aw.
yes.
Caleb kept complaining, and I eventually told him he wasn't allowed to play when he normally would have gotten home from school now. He still complained, and I told him to go to his room. And in brackets, he doesn't have any toys in his room.
Jesus Christ.
Shortly afterwards, Jack came into the kitchen to have lunch. He told me that we were being unfair to Caleb because other kids, including his friends, get to play, but to him, it feels like he's being punished. The thing he especially has a problem with was me watching TV when he wasn't allowed to.
Yep.
He said that he's never liked this rule as it wasn't a rule his parents had when he was a kid. However, it was a rule that my parents had. But he went along with it anyway. I told him I wish he had said something about this years ago, and we argued. He's still mad, and Caleb is still upset.
Like it's too late to fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too late now. We've already instilled this terrible tradition with our child. There's no turning back now.
We can't just undo the leash. It's impossible. So now I feel bad, but I still don't think he should get the day off on a day when most adults have to work. So am I the asshole?
No remorse. Double down. Absolutely an asshole. And y'all said it already. Hate to judge a parent. This motherfucker sucks, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of said in the beginning, and this is not me clowning my mom. Like, sorry, I had to do what I had to do, mother. I always call you out, but shout out to you. Always on the live, so I appreciate you for that, mother. But yeah, kids are not like something that you can just. Yeah, they
Switch
need
off.
enrichment. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't switch them on and off. Kids 8 years old. There's like
Mm.
prime time for like their imagination to go wild, And even if they were like let's say at school, guess what they were doing in school? Their minds are working. Their minds are moving around. Hell, during the time that you guys were like chilling, they're probably at recess playing and interacting with other kids. So they're not just doing nothing
Yeah.
the whole time they were there. So it sucks because parents kind of being hypocritical about the rules they set. It's like, oh, you can't do this, do that. But all of a sudden you're watching TV. But instead, you could have spent that time and do activities with your kids. Hell, you're home with them. They're home off from work. Why don't you go out on an activity together? Use that as a time to bond with your kid. Learn about their interests. Learn about the shit they like. Enrich them. Give their give their brain a reason to work that day. But instead, you kind of have an arbitrary rule, which it doesn't make fucking sense to me.
Zero.
Whatsoever. So,
No.
yeah, this parent sucks. And I wish was it husband Jack or something like that?
Jack, yeah.
Yeah, I did wish Jack kind of came in the picture a little bit earlier and say like, hey, yo, this shit kind of sucks. But like what the boy said already, it's not too late to change. Why are you doubling down and saying, well, it's too fucking late now, bro?
Yeah.
This kid is not going to talk to you when they grow up. I can say this now.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I
A
mean-
comment said that, I think.
It's just a rule that makes zero sense. You could change it now. You know, it's just like, I can understand being like, oh yeah, I want my kid to know why they have the day off if they have a day off. I think that's fine.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think that takes 8 hours of your day to figure out. They could just be like,
30-minute YouTube video or something.
I was gonna say,
At
you know what you
most.
could, you know what you
At
could do
most.
if you want the kid to learn about that specific holiday. Take them to a museum with you.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, there's a MLK museum out there. Let's learn about why the holidays there. Let's see what
sure.
MLK did for everybody in the world. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, do something.
Yes.
And at least you're doing it together.
Yeah.
If you're telling them, yeah, you could study up on why it's a thing. Yeah. Well, by myself? Like, you have
Yo, this kid got white walls, bro. Fucking no
Bro.
windows, straight up white walls in his room.
no toys as
Probably.
well. But maybe I was just spoiled. I definitely was spoiled, actually. But anyways,
Can't relate.
like, you have the chance to do something that a lot of parents don't get the chance to. Like, you work from home while your kid is home. That's like a privilege that not a lot of people have. You know what I mean? A lot of people have to go to an office. A lot of people have to go to wherever their workplace is. You know, they have to do work. They can't spend time with their kids on their days off.
Yeah.
And instead of spending time and building memories and having like a great time with your kid, even if you wanted to teach them stuff, you could do that together. Have a great
Together.
time, build memories. Instead, you be locked in your room for 8 hours or clean the house with me or write a paper by yourself. All bad options, right? I mean, I could imagine every
One of
once
those,
in a
maybe.
like you could clean, but can't you do that on a weekend or like
Yeah.
you don't have to save that for the one day that y'all are home together. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
just always choosing the worst option and then being mad at everybody but yourself about it is not great. I think you suck. A lot of assholes this week.
Yeah. I agree with you guys, everything you said. My parents actually did like a bit of a medium where it was like, if we had a day off, it's like, okay, either clean your room or shovel the steps. If you get that done, play outside. You should only be on the TV or whatever for like an hour or something like that during the day. It's like, that's a good medium where it's like, yeah, I understand you not wanting your kid maybe being plopped in front of the TV playing video games, but like outside playing, why is that not an option?
Yeah.
That seems insane to stop your kid from doing that. So I don't know. I think this mom is absolutely crazy.
I was gonna say useless.
And they should definitely relax that rule a bit.
Mhm.
And Reddit agreed and said asshole. Com 117 said he's 8 for fuck's sake.
Mhm.
Mom
Yeah.
here is an idiot. Play is his job at this age. The ban on outdoor play is especially stupid. And I agree. I think it's crazy to just keep him cooped up in his room, sitting there
Mhm.
instead of having him engage in anything.
Shit,
But-
my pet's got better life than this fucking kid right now, man. Are you kidding me? Kevin goes to daycare all the time. What the fuck?
Kevin has a better life than me.
I was going to say, you're not going to have a better life than most everybody on this planet, actually.
Fuck.
You don't even drink sink water. What the fuck?
Fuck. I don't even have an argument to that. All right, let's move on to the next story. Cross posted once again by Solid Ashford.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Solidifying.
Just like my Chiefs will do.
Sean's full blown Chiefs kingdom, baby.
Wow.
My hat is on the way.
Can't wait to see that next week.
You won't.
All right. This one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Confronting My Son About Not Taking My Granddaughter to Disney with Him?
Maybe they want to have their own little vacation. Maybe a little break from the kids.
I will say this. Take a vacation quite literally anywhere else. Disney? That seems fucked.
I would do it in a heartbeat. I'll leave that motherfucker.
You know, I'm not
You're
one to
staying with
judge.
grandma.
I'm not one to judge Disney adults. I think Disney's a fine thing to like. I watch all the Marvel movies, even though
Yeah, we're
people hate
Marvel
that
nerds.
shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking love Pixar. You know what I mean? But I mean, why would you take a vacation on somewhere that is quite, you know?
I'm leaving that spawn. Fuck that.
Yeah, John, we know. You leave anybody at a heartbeat second, John. We know this. You left your mom at the fucking
I did.
Was it the fast pass shit?
Yeah, hell yeah. TSA
Yeah.
pre. I'm like, Mom, that sucks. You gotta have to.
That is
I'll
still
get
the
you
craziest
coffee.
story that I've ever heard.
Not only my mom and my grandmother. How about that? See, I don't discriminate.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's
That's
wild.
crazy. This would be like me going to Houston to like a WWE event and then
Exactly right, and not inviting us.
Not inviting you guys.
Oh yeah, me and Sienna went to fucking we went to Houston to watch WrestleMania. Would have invited you guys, but I just
Yeah.
no thanks.
I didn't know if you guys would be into it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll invite you.
The
I'll
thing
just
is-
sit different.
The thing is, these parents know 100% that their kid would be into it.
Right.
And that's why I think it's bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think this is quite lit. If you want to take a vacation from the kids, I'm with it. I'm with you. Everybody needs a break. Travel to Disney. That's the worst place to go for that kind of thing. I don't
Watch
know.
them go to like international Disney,
Japan.
which is fun.
I think maybe if you're trying to do like a date night, this is my only thing. The Epcot thing where you're trying to drink, you can't do that
Oh,
with kids.
drink
so
around the world.
maybe that is the thing. And then I'd be like, I'll pay for my kid to go to Disney if you pay for your own ticket to watch them and you could take them to Disney. I'm trying to get drunk at Epcot, Dad. I
Fair
can't
enough.
get drunk around the world for any cheaper than that. So that is if they're going to Epcot, I think
That's
I'll
your
put my foot in my mouth.
stipulation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my one stipulation because that's the adult activity. If you're
Right.
doing quite literally anything else at Disney World, I think you're wild for doing that.
Okay. And John, you're leaning on fuck 'em kids.
Yeah, fuck them kids, bro.
Okay,
They can
yeah.
stay their ass at grandma's, bro. I don't give a shit.
All right. So my son, 25, and daughter-in-law, 25, are taking her daughter, Lila, 4, to
fuck
Disney
that.
to Disney World the first week in October.
You're taking one kid but not the other?
They are not, however, taking my other granddaughter, Hensley, 3.
Ooh.
Is that his kid though? It doesn't sound like it's his son's kid, right? It just sounds like another grandchild. Okay. If it's just another grandchild, then
Fuck
I
that
got no
kid,
obligation
bro.
to that kid.
Hey, get your parents to buy us shit, man.
That shit is
Kidding me?
expensive. I'm already taking a kid that's not mine, technically. You know what I mean?
My daughter-in-law has always been cold to me and my side of the family. No fights have ever taken place. I've always gone out of my way to be nice to her because it's who my son decided to love. But she just never comes around. Never has, really. In the beginning, I asked my son if we'd done something wrong, but he'd just say, she's shy. There was never any other explanation, and I just stopped asking eventually. It seems her coldness towards us isn't changing anytime soon, but now it's affecting Hensley, and I'm pissed. There's really no reason that she needs to exclude her from this trip or any trip. They aren't hurting for money to take her. She's a nurse, and he has a good paying job too. And daughter-in-law's side of the family is going, brackets mom and sisters, and splitting the expenses for the trip, which only means they have even more money to spare to buy little Hensley park tickets.
Hensley
What the fuck
better
is
be
Hensley?
your son's kid,
Who
or
the
you
fuck is
are
Hen-
tripping.
Who's Hensley's
Who's Hensley's parents? Where are her parents at?
I tried to be more understanding when Hensley was a baby and hard to travel with. They go on an annual beach trip every summer and have never once offered to bring her. But now she's getting older and hearing Lila talk about all these fun things and not understanding why she can't also go to Disney World. I finally lost it on my son about my growing distaste for his wife and her treatment toward Hensley, which I find it, I mean, this whole thing is insane right now, but she's blaming the wife for all of this. It's crazy.
I
No
just
reason.
you
need to
just
know
don't
who
you just don't fuck
Henley's
with your
parents-
daughter-in-law.
Yeah, that's what it is. But it's just like it's so blatantly obvious.
I need to know who the parents are.
Who are Hensley's parents?
I've bit my tongue for years, but it's not fair to her. I also told him that he's a sorry excuse for a man to let anyone exclude their own blood the way that they do.
All the wording is just making me feel like he's
This
not
is
Hensley's
edging.
dad, bro.
This is fucking edging. This is Galaxy's edging. Shout out
This
to
is
the world.
crazy.
I'm at my wits' ends, and I told him if things don't change with Hensley, I would be confronting his wife. He got mad and claimed it's not their responsibility to take Hensley to all these places, but that's selfish because he knows Hensley can't go without them. I would love to take her to Disney or the beach myself, but I don't have any money to put towards a vacation right now, and neither does her mom, my daughter.
Okay, exactly right. What are we doing here, bro? We knew it. We got it from the start, John.
You clocked it.
All the wording was just bad. It was just like, you're not saying what we need you to say right now, and I think we know why.
She literally waits till the last sentence here.
Yeah.
Not my monkey, not going to the circus.
I don't know if that's the saying.
I'm saying it that way, all
I
right?
think it's close.
Last sentence here. Her dad doesn't help out at all. I don't understand how my son doesn't have more compassion for his niece, who is as sweet as can be. So am I the asshole for feeling this way?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, you're not an asshole for feeling it's okay for you to empathize for Hensley, but making people do things for Hensley when they don't have to,
Yeah.
and you're kind of enforcing them to do that,
You're
and
antagonizing your son and his wife.
antagonizing is a perfect word. Plus, it sounds like you have the outs for your fucking daughter-in-law to begin with. You sound like a mother-in-law in hell.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't be surprised if your son is going to cut you off completely because the way you treat and speak about his wife. So be careful there, little buddy.
Some people are just shy. You know what I mean?
And
I
that's
don't know what to
okay.
tell you.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Or
the vibes the mom's giving off. I'm like,
yeah.
I could feel it being a situation where the daughter-in-law's like, yeah, fuck her. Like, obviously, she's being.
Yeah, I'm not shy. I just think she's a bitch.
Yeah.
And I agree with her.
Yeah. I mean, this is a wild story. Your son doesn't know Hensley. It would be great, but I mean,
Sure. Yeah.
Nobody owes their niece or nephew anything more than just like love. Like I love my nieces and nephews. I don't know if I'm taking my kids to Disney, if just automatically, since I'm taking my kids to Disney, I should take my nieces and nephews to Disney.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would it be great if we all went together? Yes, that'd be awesome. Am I obligated to? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I grew up in first generation American, so I didn't really have cousins here. So I didn't have that type of thing to where if my cousins went somewhere, I had to go somewhere. But like, I wouldn't expect just because my cousins go somewhere that I am obviously have to go to. That doesn't make any sense. And he's saying, it's because she's a nurse and he has a good paying job.
Just stop
Why are you
pocket watching.
Why
Yeah.
are you pocket watching? Also,
Shit's
nurses
weird,
are
bro.
underpaid.
Yes.
They're not making, I could take 1,000 kids to Disney money. You know what I mean? They're underpaid. So I don't know.
And they're tired. Let them fucking do whatever.
Yeah, let them relax.
Also, this is her family trip. Yes, she is married and she is your family, but wouldn't it be weird to, this is her family. The son is the addition to that side. You know what I mean? Like, that's weird. The whole thing is weird. So yeah, I think OP is tripping. OP knows that he's tripping. That's why he waited until the very end to write the fact that we were all kind of aware of already. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, pretty cut and dry. Is that the saying?
That's
I'm
the
forgetting
saying.
sayings too. Yeah, cut and dry. Am I the assholes this week? Except for that one.
The first one. Yeah. I started you off with a doozy.
Yeah. And then also the dad. I feel bad for the dad.
That's fair too.
That hates his kids. Loves his kids, but hates his fucking
Hates
life.
the situation.
Hates being a dad.
Hates his goddamn life, but loves his kids.
Yeah.
Mhm.
A Reddit deemed asshole, of course. And OP says, edit to add, I know my son and his wife don't actually owe Hensley anything, but she's their family. My son,
Ain't no fucking edit needed to be added,
All
bro.
right.
Just take the L.
my son knows how much his sister and Hensley need him. Her father is in jail. He's the only true male role model in her life. He means so much to her and she doesn't understand why / is so sad she can't go to these places with him. We're thankful for all that he does for her, but it's just painful knowing they're excluding her from things she'll never get to do otherwise when it wouldn't be a burden on them to take her.
You don't know that.
Yeah, how do you know that?
You don't know that.
It would be a burden. It's another child that you have to pay attention to the whole time you're there.
Yes.
Also, just financially, you don't know.
Yes. I meant
just because
mentally, but yes.
Just because they look like they're in a better shape than you doesn't mean you know exactly what their situation is.
Yeah. Crazy.
They're crazy.
All right, let's move on to the final one for today. Unless you're a patron or a YouTube member. This one's cross-posted by Lower Score Strawberry Bunny. And the title is, My husband, 38 male, and I, 38 female, had a conversation about a life and death situation during pregnancy. He called me selfish for wanting to live. Am I wrong?
No. What?
That's crazy. He would pick the baby. I feel like
Yeah.
Nancy and I have had this conversation, and it's just like, we'll
It's
just
such an
make another
easy
baby.
question.
We'll just,
I will
I
choose
mean,
my 100 fucking
1,000%.
% of the time.
Yeah.
Yes. You kidding me?
Not even a thought.
No
yeah.
hezzy, bro. I'm like, no, fuck that. My wife, all day.
I don't know that baby.
Yeah, fuck them
Could
kids,
be
bro.
a dick.
My God. I mean, part of me is like, that's a conversation you have before you get married, but also it seems like a no-brainer.
It shouldn't have to be a conversation. It should just be expected.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Automatic,
Yeah.
bro. Come on now.
Like,
Yeah.
otherwise you're just admitting to your partner that you think they're just a baby maker and nothing more, and you can replace them.
This is like some fucking House of Dragon shit, bro. And Viserys
Yeah,
was
bro.
like, you know what? Wife, you
Spoilers.
Bro, it's been out. I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
That was season 1 too, I think. So shit.
Yeah, you're right, I think. All right, let's hop into this one. I think it'll be a pretty cut and dry one, as Sean likes to say.
Coined it. I made that.
All right, so my husband and I were discussing hypothetical situations related to pregnancy and women's health. I asked him if there was a life or death situation during childbirth and he had to choose between me and our unborn child. Who would he choose? Without hesitation,
That's wild. No hezzy is wild.
he said he would choose the child. Then he asked, wouldn't you? I told him I would want to be chosen to live. His response was to call me selfish for saying that. This has left me feeling conflicted. Is it wrong to want to prioritize my own health in that situation?
Wikimaniacs, in the comments, if we're all off base here, let us know in the
I
comments.
can't
I would be
imagine-
interested in hearing why anybody would choose the baby.
Based on what Reddit seemed, which, I mean, spoilers, they said not the asshole. Which,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
and how would you feel in my position was OP's last comment there.
That's wild.
There is a
I
slight
think we
update
said
at the end.
all we said.
Yeah.
I would prior to the update, I would leave. Because what if in a medical situation where someone have to make that decision?
Yes.
I'd be scared. I wouldn't trust my partner.
And like I said, Reddit said not the asshole. Weird syllabub 1054 said not the asshole. I had an ectopic pregnancy and was not properly processing all the information given to me by the doctor. I was asking about the medication that can be given, and my now husband, who wanted a kid more than anything, just looked at me and told me firmly but kindly that I had to have the surgery and he wasn't risking losing me. We had been together 7 months at that point. Your husband is being selfish and putting his own wants before your life. So that's someone who's actively been in a similar situation. And the husband was
I
like,
just don't know
"Nah."
how anybody would be comfortable with being like, yeah, my partner's got to go. What? What?
I feel
Absolutely what?
I feel there's a Venn diagram of pro-lifers and people that would do that. And it's a very big overlap.
Mhm.
That's so crazy.
So on to the update. They say, I didn't realize this could blow up and I'm feeling overwhelmed, but also grateful for each and every one taking the time and writing their thoughts and feelings on the matter. Just to be clear, I am not currently pregnant, but my husband and I are open to having children. The only reason why we had this conversation in the first place is because of my age, and there is a possibility for complications. I couldn't really get into any more details for privacy reasons. Knowing this matter will also be brought up in marriage counseling is hopes to gain more clarity in what transpired. Again, thank you for everyone from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to have a pregnancy.
yeah. I was about to say, I would not. I would probably just adopt, right?
I don't know if
you really want kids.
I would draw something up like legally and say that, hey, in an event that I do get pregnant and this happens, I'll give it to a doctor or however those works, power of attorney, whatever. Yeah. Say like, hey, legally, I want to be saved.
There is a word for that, where it's basically like the doctor has to like listen to what you've written down, no matter what happens in the delivery room. So if you're like, save me, no matter what, they will do that, no matter what the husband's saying. I just couldn't be with someone that
because you're disposable, and the way I see it, it's just like you're a body bag. And all you do is you're just a baby carrier at this point.
That's exactly it. And I just couldn't be with someone that thought of me as just an object or like second to something else.
A vessel is probably a good word for that.
So I don't know. I
think no hesitation is wild.
It's crazy.
Hesitation's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just, and then the wouldn't you?
And then calling her selfish for choosing herself.
Like, slap the shit out of that motherfucker.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to think of like scenarios where like if it were me or a kid, would I ever want? Only if the kid is like
alive.
Yeah, alive. You know what I mean? Like,
man,
this is like a 2-year-old. I'll be like, all right,
they'd have a better chance of like saving themselves, and then the kid's probably more like vulnerable. You know?
Yes,
that part I can understand, but an unborn child.
I mean, bro. I guess if you're, and this is where just like, and all of us agree, like, where pro-lifers aren't really pro-life most of the time, where they're just like, I don't know. It's a weird hill to die on, to be like, these babies got to live so we can not give a shit about them.
So we can starve them in school and
just immediately not give a shit about those kids.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. It's weird. It's strange.
It is weird. All right, that is it for this episode, Wikimaniacs. What did you think? Were these people assholes? Let us know down in the comments on YouTube, Discord, or Spotify. Hi, Spotify. You can see us now.
Wow.
If you want another story, we did a long one on the Patreon and YouTube membership. You can sign up at patreon.com/Cultivate Podcast Network, as well as our YouTube membership page. All the links to that are in the show notes. Finally, tomorrow we got our merch coming out.
Whoa.
Gaycation merch, where 50% of the proceeds are going to the Trevor Project. Be sure to get yours because it goes towards a good cause. And you can tell your friends all about the gaycation, because what happens at the gaycation stays at the vacation.
That's the beauty of the gaycation.
The beauty of the gaycation.
Surrender your cash to us.
So that's redditonwikishop.com. Once again, the link will be in the description. Anything else, boys, before we close out the show today?
That's a long episode for you to edit, brother.
Sure
Let's
is.
close it off.
All right. Thank you, Sean and John, for coming on today.
I saw in the comments that you like it when we ramble. How about this?
Well, here's a rambly one for you. Thank you, Wikimaniacs, for another amazing episode. See you on Monday. Bye.
Bye.
Therapy.